So now what we're going to do is find what's called rate of change. And rate of change is simply looking at the y values and subtracting them and then putting that over the x values. So we're looking at the y values over the x values in terms of the change. So let's read our problem. The table shows the temperature of a solution after it's been removed from a heat source. Find the rate of change in temperature for the solution. So keep in mind that this is our x values and this is our y values. So what we want to do is take our x values, our y values, and subtract. So if I have 139.4 and I subtract that with 143.6, and I subtract my x values, which are 2 minus 0, and do the math of that, I have 139.4 minus 143.6, and I get negative 4.2, and then 2 minus 0 is easy, that's 2. And so my rate of change, if I divide those, is a negative 2.1. That means the temperature is dropping 2 degrees for every 2 minutes. If you look at the chart, it goes from 143 to 139, and then it also drops to 153, and it drops to 126, and it drops to 118. So it's changing 2 degrees. So in this problem, we want to also do rate of change, and we're looking at this graph now. So we're going to do the change of y. So we're going to have the change of y is always over the change of x. So we need to find the coordinates. Well, if we look at our coordinates, we have 252 and 108 are our y values. So I'm going to go 252 minus 108. There's my change in y. And the x values are 7 minus 3. The bottom's pretty simple. That's 4. So let's take our calculator. 252 minus 108 gives us 144. And then if I divide those two numbers, I get 36 equals 36. So basically the water is filling at 36 gallons per minute. Last problem of rate of change. Once again, the formula is still the same. Change of y over change of x. We just have to make sure we look at the right graph. So we want to know CDs and downloads. The blue line is our CDs. So from 2001 to 2008, so 2001 is this year right here, to 2008. So we're looking at from here to here. So we're looking at from this point to this point. So our change in y is roughly 77.8 minus 89.2. That's our y values. And then our x values are just 2008 minus the 2001, because that's the x values. That's along the x-axis, and here's the y. And so if I do the math, that would be my CD change. So CD, so let's just do that math. 77.8 minus 89.2 is a negative 11. Negative 11.4 over 7. So now I can divide those, and I get a drop of 1.62%. So basically, it's dropping 1.62% CD sales. So now let's do the downloads. So our downloads, doing the same thing, will be 12.8 minus 0.2, and the years are still the same, so 2008 minus 2001, and let's do the math. 12.8 minus 0.2 gives me 12.6 over 7, so 12.6 divided by 7 is 1.8, but it's in the positive, it's not a negative. So comparing them is that downloads have increased over the years, where CDs sales have gone down. So downloads have increased almost 2%, where CDs have dropped almost 2%.